Hey, it's Clinton Douglas. Good afternoon, good morning, or guten Tag, whatever your flavor today. Clinton Douglas here. We're going to talk about the art of the imagination. The art of the imagination, okay? Or art of the imagination or art of imagination, however you want to say it. But that's what we're going to focus on today. In this video, we're going to talk about specifically how your mind can deliver the things that you really want in your life to come true. Okay. Now, I have to make this claim. Okay. Disclaimer. Now, the things I'm going to talk about in this video. Okay. I may quote some income things, so I have to make a disclaimer in regards to income. Okay. Whether or not you actually make money using this video or the techniques from this video is going to be totally dependent on you. Okay. I have to put that disclaimer out there. After all, the FTC is watching. Okay. All right. So what are my intentions with this video? I want to teach you exactly what the art of the imagination is. Okay. I know there's other websites out there on the internet, and they, you have, art pieces and stuff associated with the art of imagination. But in this video, this particular video, I'm going to talk about the art of the imagination. Everybody has it. Let's say, for example, you're given a job. Do you daydream? Do you daydream about a raise, another car, another home, a spouse, a significant other? Do you think about children, as far as, having children or providing for your children, like their college and what have you? Do you think about maybe getting a new computer or, the internet, having better internet service, maybe have crappy internet service? I don't know. Fill in the blank. But do you, if the point I'm trying to illustrate here is, do you have an imagination? Yes. Because if you're watching this video, you're on the same wavelength as I, and that is that we all have imaginations. We all have visions that come. Okay. Now, how can we harness that vision into creating things that we want? Good question. The power of the imagination is this. If we can harness our imagination to create things that we want instead of the things that we don't want, where could you be right now? Good question, huh? Well, let me give you a couple key points here. Thoughts are things. Thoughts are things. Okay? What I mean by thoughts are things. Let's see here. Hoover Dam. Ever heard of it? Or Google it. You can Google it right now if you want. Hoover Dam. There's imagination of, it came from the minds of men thinking about how to harness the power of hydroelectricity. One person comes to my mind, utilizing the power of imagination is the guy who invented diesel. I don't know if you ever. I'm a Discovery whatever, that Discovery Channel junkie. So I watch Discovery Channel a lot, and I like Modern Marvels. And they were talking about the guy who invented diesel. I can't remember his first name, but he's from Germany, I do believe. And anyway, he came up with diesel. And, if you've seen any semi on the highway or anything, bus powered, anything like that, then you know what the power of diesel is. And learning about the story about diesel, it was never diesel, the guy who invented it, and what he wanted diesel used for was never ever taken to his full capacity of what he had envisioned for it. He had a lot of great ideas, but he died on a ship while he was in transit to another country, and he died. So mysteriously he was pushed overboard. So what happened, I don't know. I can't really tell you, but I can tell you this is that the guy had an idea. He came up with diesel, and diesel engines are still around today, and they're very popular. I didn't know about this story till I watched that Discovery Channel, and it's just amazing how just one thought process can spark the imagination and come up with creative things. You can create the life that you want. Case in point, Mark Cuban. Okay. Mark Cuban, you may know about him. He's a basketball owner. He owns the Dallas Mavericks. He had an idea. came up with a business, internet business. Okay, he ended up selling it for $5.7 billion to Yahoo. Then he went on to own the Dallas Mavericks and he even won a championship. Okay, but how did it all start? It all started with the imagination. Tyler Perry is another example. He wanted to be a writer, director, and producer. And look at him today. He's a billionaire. If you don't know Tyler Perry, you may remember him as the guy who played Medea. Remember Medea, like Medea Goes to Jail, or Medea in Witness Protection, or the whole series. He has, Tyler Perry has a whole series of those. Imagination. Let me brainstorm some more. Mark Burnett. Have you heard the story about Mark Burnett? Does Survivor ring a bell? While I was reading the book with Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki, I think Why We Want You Rich. I think that was it. There was 2 books that he had wrote. It's either Why We Want You Rich, or was another one, Think Big, or something that Donald Trump had wrote. But anyway, he was talking about Mark Burnett, and Mark Burnett, the executive producer of the Survivor series, and he has a host of other reality TV shows, even The Apprentice. He came out with that. When in collaboration with Donald Trump. But Mark Burnett, he used to sell t-shirts, get this, on Venice Beach in California. How did he get to be like this Hollywood superstar and this behind the scenes super mega producer? How did he do that? The imagination. I'm telling you right now, if you just think about the things that you want and the things that you want to have, and write them out, write a clear statement, which we're going to talk about here later. Write a clear statement about how to get those things. You can actually create the life if you want, but you have to do this. You have to do me a favor. You have to turn off the TV. Okay, you have to turn off the distractions. There's a lot of things that are in life that distract us. Okay, like for example, you might be texting somebody right now. Stop doing that. You might be, surfing another browser. I know you do that. Told you to do that earlier, for something. But pay attention for a second here. You came here for a reason, and you want to change your life. What is it about your life that you want to change? Do you want to change? Want to change your current income situation? Do you want to change your outcome as far as let's say, for example, we had spoken earlier about a pay raise, or you wanted to provide a better future for your children. Okay, let's say if you're working at a job that you're working crazy hours and you never get to see your children. How can you get out of? What is your exit strategy for getting out of that job and to make at least the same income or more? Have you written it down? Okay. Let's see here. If you're working at McDonald's or something, at some restaurant where you're only making minimum wage, how can you increase? I mean, there's so many stories. Like in the book Think and Grow Rich, which I highly recommend you to get, is a very good starting point or book to read to give you the starting point to go expand your knowledge into some bigger and better things. There are a lot more books out there, but Think and Grow Rich is a very good, if you haven't never read it, Think and Grow Rich is a very good book. Matter of fact, I'm using some of the bullet points that I've learned from the book Think and Grow Rich, and it talks about the imagination and how you can create the thoughts, the things that you want. Now, earlier I said thoughts are things. So let's go back to that real quick. I wanted to back up for a second here. Thoughts are things. What are thoughts or things? Well, thoughts, everything you think of, good or bad, and then you say it, you speak it, okay, is going to come true whether you like it or not. Now, the degree of how much you believe is going to mean that, or the degree of how much you believe is going to be in a direct result of what comes true. So, for example, if you think that you're not going to make any money, or you're not going to be able to get that raise, or you're not going to be able to have those kids, or you're not going to be able to provide those education, or you're always going to be at the same job, and you're never going to get a raise, guess what? It's going to happen. Okay. Now, how can I prove this to you right now? Yes, absolutely. How can I prove this to you right now? I want you to think right now of something that you thought that you just had an instinct that you knew for certain that it was going to go a certain way, and it did. There we go. Okay. Now, let me interject this positive thought here. Let's reframe your thinking. Now, have you ever wanted to do something so bad that the situation actually happened? Here's a point. have you ever learned how to ride a bicycle? Okay. Have you learned how to walk for people without disabilities that can walk? Okay. Have you just fill in the blanks? Learn how to speak English. You know, for those who are watching this video, they can speak English as a first language. Or if you speak Spanish, German, Hindu, or Philippines, or you just fill in the blank as far as a foreign language. I mean, come on. No. I mean that my goal, and I need to write this down right now, which I'll do, is I want to learn Spanish by, I'm going to be fluent in Spanish by next year, by next summer. So I'm gonna put it down. Next summer, be fluent in Spanish. I'm saying this right on live video because I keep telling myself that, but you know what? I just told you guys to write it down, so I'm gonna write down a goal for myself. So I'm gonna speak fluent in Spanish. Why do I want to speak fluent in Spanish? Well, my wife is Latina, and so I want to, my kids. We have two babies that are coming up, and I also have a host of other kids. If you don't know, I have 7 kids. Well, 6 kids, 1 on the way, and I would like to teach my kids Spanish. Why do I want to teach them Spanish? I think it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a cool second language, and I think that it's a part of their background, and I think that they need to learn it. So I want to learn Spanish. Okay. So I wrote that down. I wrote that goal down. You should write everything down. I have cards here. I don't know if you can see them. I have cards, and I keep a little clip on them. And what I do is I write down stuff. Constantly write down stuff. Why do you write down stuff? You got to record it. Think and Grow Rich, in the book Think and Grow Rich, they talk about recording your thoughts, recording your ideas, recording it down on a piece of paper. Okay. One thing I learned too from Dave Wood, especially here's another important tip. An important tip right here is there's 3 things that you want to do. You want to do immediately during this video and immediately after this video. There's 3 things, and I'm utilizing this every video I can. From the information that I read and read or watch video on, things that I learn, I want to implement right away and try to teach you what I learned. Because here's why. Think and Grow Rich talks about if you teach, and also another book I was talking about, I was reading earlier today. I can't think of the name of it right off the hand, but the guy in the book was saying if you teach what you learn, you could then become the master of what you're being taught. Okay, so let me rephrase that. Say that again. If you teach what you learn, just say it out. Just repeat what you said. I mean, take good notes and just teach somebody about it. If you teach it, okay, then what'll happen is that you'll become a master of it. Okay, so 3 things I want you to write down right now: study, do, teach. Study, do, teach. That is a philosophy going forward. I'm going to be practicing, and I enjoy your company here with me right now. Thank you for watching this video, and I want to teach you things that are going to help you make some money, which is going to help me master what I'm learning, and we together can become better human beings and better stewards of financial means and help other people, right? Yes? Can I get a yes? Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Now, I know dinner is brewing in some households like mine, so if your stomach is growling, just hold off a little bit because I'm almost done here. I say that because I smell my steak in the other room is cooking up, so I'm a little hungry myself. So if you're hungry right now, I just read your mind. All right. Now, let's see here. All right. So thoughts are things. We talked about that. You can create. I have my notes here. You can create the life you want. You also must believe that whatever it is, you got to believe, and you got to believe. You got to believe, even if you have a little, a mustard seed of faith. You have to believe. Believing is the important ingredient to making these things come true. Okay, so you have to believe, my friend, believe. All right, so let's see here. I have some more notes here. Hold on a second here. Pretty soon I'm going to put a whiteboard, a plan to have a whiteboard for upcoming videos in the future. So stay tuned for the whiteboard. So I can really write on there, and we can go over some things. Okay. Now, okay, 6 steps. These are the 6 steps that I want you. These are the action steps I want you to take. Immediately following the video. Okay. Now, if you don't have a vehicle to make, any kind of money or something like that, I mean, if you don't have a vehicle right now, then I invite you to click the link below this video after this video is done and put in your email address and watch the video, and I'll share with you a vehicle that can help your dreams come true financially. There's some things, there's some really important information on the link below this video that can really teach you how to become a more successful person. Also give you some really good personal development, really good, online business tools all the way around, and really help you out. Like I said, click the link below this video after this video is done. Now, here's some things I want you to write down here. The 6 steps towards success. Okay, the 6 steps towards success. You got to be definite about the amount. I want you to determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the money you desire. Now, this is taken from the book Think and Grow Rich. I didn't make this up on my own. Okay, be definite about the amount. Determine exactly what you intend to give for the money you desire. Establish a definite date when you intend to possess the money that you desire. I want you to create a definite plan. Now here's an important thing here. When I mean create a definite plan, the plan is going to come to you once you write out your definite goal of what you want to happen. Once you write out, a statement, you're going to have these thought impulses. You're going to have these. We're talking about the imagination. Your imagination is going to come up with plans, blueprints, okay, from infinite intelligence, okay, and it's going to tell you exactly what to do. Will all these things work? Well, let me say this. One thing leads to another, which leads to another, that leads to your goal. Okay, so while it may appear at first like things not working and things may not be going to your favor, trust me, it's going to lead you to your goal. There are some things that you're going to learn along the way that's going to get you to your goal. Okay, all right. So create a definite plan. Write out a clear, concise statement of the amount of money that you intend to give. Name the time limit for its actualization. State what you intend to give in return for the money. Describe clearly the plan which you intend to accumulate. And number 6, read your statement aloud two times a day, one before reading, or one before waking up, or one after you wake up, and one at night. Okay, and as you read this statement, this is the most important part. As you read this statement, believe that whatever it is, it already happened. Now, here's the thing I learned from John Assaraf. Okay, he said that I don't even know how to say this, reticular activating system. I don't even know anything about it. You'll look it up later. Reticular activating system. Your mind, and this is why this is so important about the art of the imagination. This is so more important about the brain here. Your mind can create whatever it seems to think that is real. Okay, like right now, you may look at your hand and you may think like in the center of your hand, that if you're looking at it right now in the center of your hand is burning. You have this burning sensation in your right hand and you're looking right at it. You have this burning sensation right in the middle of it. Okay, it may burn. My hand is burning right now because I'm thinking about it. And I'm not joking you, my hand is burning. I don't know why, because I just thought about the sensation in my right hand. There's a little dot, a little fine dot, like about that big, and it's burning. I don't know why. So thoughts are things. Okay, now that was weird. That was extremely weird, but I don't know. Let me just say back up here. Before I did this video, I did exercise that I was taught from Dave Wood, and where you demand your subconscious mind that you want certain things to happen. Okay, so I demanded, and before I did this video about my subconscious mind and the intentions of helping you become a better person and also help you financially any way I can. That's why I said click the link below the video to get the system. Okay, and then he had this exercise where he would count. Okay, he would state his intentions and he would count. And I'm not going to recreate this because you can learn this directly from the horse's mouth. But if you really want to know this information, you got to click link below the video and do what it says. Is there a cost involved? Yes, it costs $25. Okay, got that out the way. Whatever. Okay, but if you're serious and you really want to learn how to become better, if you really want to learn how to just achieve any goal, man, I'm telling you, there's some really good personal development stuff on the other side. All right, I'm just giving you a little bit of information, just tidbits of information that I learned. Scientists say that we only remember, I think, 10% of what we we take in. Okay, so let's say, for example, you're watching this video, you're taking notes, you might retain 10%, you might even retain 20%. But let's be real here. Okay, if you want to be a master of what you learn, you got to go back and teach it. But I advise this: just take a little bit of what I talked about today. All right, take a little bit of it and just practice it. Okay, be definite about as to the amount, determine exactly what you intend to give for the money you desire, establish a definite date when you intend to possess the money that you desire, create a definite plan. That, remember, that's going to come from the blueprints. Start, writing stuff down, as they say, write that chicken scratch down. Write out a clear, concise statement and the amount of money you intend to give, you intend to acquire, the name, the time limit for the acquisition. State what you intend to give for the return of the money. Describe clearly the plan that you which you intend to accumulate it. And then the sixth step is read the statement aloud 2 times a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. Okay, and you got to believe. You have to believe that you're already in possession of what you want to happen. Okay, now I say that. I'm gonna leave you with this thought. Not too long ago, maybe about 2 years ago, I think 2010, when my wife and I let me just tell you this real quick. I've been married 2 times. This is my second marriage. I went to Iraq 2 times, and you go through things. That's what they say. A man becomes a man. Okay, it puts hair on your chest. And I had some challenges going in, 2 combats, and two combat tours, and friends and soldiers die, and things happen over there. And let's just say this: I came back, and I wasn't all, my game wasn't all there. And some things happened, and let's just say I went through a divorce back in 2008. So we all have our moments. I was a little depressed. We had some issues there, and comes 2009, I got back on my feet slowly, as far as looking for another mate. And in 2010, let me back up. 2009, I met my wife on Plenty of Fish. Got to give props to it. If you're looking for somebody, if you seriously want to date somebody, you got to go to Plenty of Fish. I know this is totally off the wall, okay? But anyways, let me just tell you about this. Plenty of Fish. Let's go back. Let's go back a little bit further before Plenty of Fish. My intentions was, after I got a divorce, was that, and let me, you know what? Like, how much time do I have? Okay, I have about a few minutes here. Now I gotta go eat my food. Let me just tell you a quick story. During my marriage, my first marriage, I had bad thoughts. And those bad thoughts were this. Me and my first wife, we had a good relationship, and there were some issues and I'm not going to go into those issues right now. We'll go over them later. But anyways, we had some issues. And this is what my subconscious mind, this is the things that I said, is that, one day that I'm going to find somebody that loves me for who I am and going to love me better. Okay, one day I'm gonna find this person. Well, I'm gonna fast forward now to 2009, because 2008, I got it in the summer of 2008. I got a divorce. Okay, and now I would say, remember we talked about thoughts or things. Well, 2000 and prior to 2008, all those bad thoughts that I said to myself that things are going to get better, I'm gonna find somebody that really love me, it ended up happening later. But I had to go through a painful divorce, something I didn't really want. If I had changed my mind, thinking, the situation could have happened differently. But anyways, something happened. 2009, I met my wife. Now, I've dated a couple women on this website, Plenty of Fish. Like I said, I get mad props to. I dated a couple women on there. Okay, there's some really cool women. All right, now, it happened to be right when I was about to quit, and I was like, I'm tired of this internet dating. I can't find anybody on here. I'm going on these dates and whatever. I can't find the woman I want. So just after I'm serious. It was maybe about a week after, I was just about to quit. And I was just like, dude, I'm fed up with this internet stuff. So anyways, my to be wife sends me a message on Plenty of Fish, says, hey, handsome or whatever, and hey, I want to get to know you, I want to know you're real and whatever, all that stuff. And I was like, dude, yeah, I'm real. And I said, are you real? And I'm looking at this picture. This is a pretty attractive woman. My wife is very attractive. And well, now she's my wife now, but back then, I was prospecting. Well, she was prospecting me, actually. And it was funny because my cousin told me a long time ago, if a woman really wants you, she'll find you. Okay, so all the fellas out there, or if anybody, if you're single, if you have the desire and the intentions and you put it out there, and let's say if you're Christian, you pray about it, and then you have the intentions, you set it out there, okay, things are really going to happen. Okay, things will happen. I'm telling you, this is crazy. I'm telling you guys this. But this all goes with the art of the imagination. Okay, now, very young, I wanted a Hispanic woman. So present day, as an adult, 36 years old, I have a Hispanic woman. Okay, now I'm married to. Now, anyways, so Plenty of Fish. Me and my wife communicating back and forth, and we go on a couple dates and stuff like that, and I strike a chord with this woman. I mean, she's really nice. Now, it would trip me up, but this woman looks like kind of like Jennifer Love Hewitt. I'm not lying. In this picture that she sent me on Plenty of Fish, she looks like Jennifer Love Hewitt. She told me that, yeah, a lot of people say that. She had long hair back then. She don't have long hair now. But anyways, and I was like, no way. I was like, come on, whatever. This can't be real. And anyway, so this, and I'm questioning this whole time that we're in this courtship, that no way, so anyways, my negative thinking, my stinking thinking that this wasn't true actually destroyed my relationship. Yes, it destroyed it, completely ruined it. Okay, and I got to go because, like I said, my food is cooking. But anyways, so my stinking thinking destroyed my relationship, and I had to regroup. I bought a book, The Magic of Makeup, by this one guy on ClickBank. Well, I bought it from somebody's blog. So the internet, you can make money off the internet, because I bought this ebook off this blog about making up, and that's what led me to the internet, back onto the internet. And oh my goodness, we're gonna have to continue this later. But anyways, remind me to tell a story about how I met my wife. You're gonna laugh. So anyways, I buy this book. We get back together, and I said, if you're going to get back with me, I said, we're getting married, just screw it. So she said, okay. She said, I'm serious. I'm going to take your word on it. If you're serious about it, let's get married. So we end up getting married. We got back together. Well, we went to Punta Cana. Then we came back, got together, and got everybody together, and we got married, had a little small wedding. And then we had my wife got pregnant, shortly after we got married. Okay, and we were expecting to have a child, our first child. It was going to be a boy, and we lost him. Okay, we lost him December of 2010. It's very hard on my wife because she had in her mind, and I thank God for this. She had her ideal of a dream husband, and then with her dream husband, because we're like the Brady Bunch. We both bring kids together, and we had a boy, and it was hard because this is our first child together. It was a boy, and it would have been my first boy, and it really shook both of us up. I mean, I still don't talk about it that much because it's just real painful. So anyways, so I seen that it really shook my wife up. So I used my intentions, I used my imagination, and I told myself that I was going to create, because I was reading these books. I always read these books, so I created the intention that I was going to create a son. Now, this is December 2010. I make this statement, okay, and I believed it. That I was going to have we were going to have another baby, and it was going to son. Now, we have had another baby since then. My daughter Kiani, she's in another room sleeping. She's a baby girl now, but God bless her. She's a riot, and I have plenty of girls, and then I wrote this affirmation out because we found out that my wife was pregnant with Kiani, and she was born in 2011. Okay, so we did end up having another baby. Okay, and I wrote this affirmation out. Now, when I found out it was a girl, I was like, man, I was kind of downhearted because I wanted a boy, and I love my baby. She's a baby. She's walking, talking machine. Well, baby talk. Anyways. So, anyways, I still was listening to the affirmation. And there's this part, if you ever seen Fast and the Furious 5, there's this part at the end of the movie when everybody's happy, all hunky-dory, and there's this music playing with Don Omar. And so anyways, I created this statement that went with the music, and it said, you know, that, you know, I'm gonna have me a son and this, that, and the other. Okay. So anyways, I'm gonna fast forward to when did my wife get pregnant? Let's see, this is June, the baby's due in July. So last year, 2012, sorry for the timetable here. But anyways, last year, my wife found out she was pregnant. We was on our way to Georgia. That's where it was. We was on our way to Georgia for Thanksgiving. And, you know, she's asked me all these weird questions and stuff. And I'm like, dude, whatever. Okay. Because I'm driving, I'm in the zone, I'm listening to my, you know, affirmations and stuff. And, you know, she asked me these weird questions. So anyways, on the way back, in maybe a couple weeks after we got back, that's when she tells me that she's pregnant. So I was like, okay, kind of caught me by surprise because we weren't, you know, I wasn't really expecting another child so soon. I mean, really soon, because Kiani was she was still, you know, drinking breast milk, I think, at the time. So she was very young, maybe a couple months. So anyways, so she, we find out she's pregnant, and then, you know, months go by, and then the time, I think it's in the 4th month or something. Don't quote me on it. I'm not good at this baby stuff. You know, even though I have multiple kids, I'm still not good at this baby stuff. So anyways, the 4th month, my wife finds out, or we both find out that we're having a boy. And the reason why I tell you that story is that I set the intentions back when we was at a low point in our lives. We were hurting. Okay. We were learning. We had a low point and we were hurting. And I believed that we were going to have a son, because this is another thing. You got to mix emotion with this belief. Okay. You got to feel strong. You got to believe it. Okay. So anyways, I felt a strong emotion and I set the intention, wrote the statement out, and then here it is, Lord willing, in just a few weeks here. July is just almost a month away, no, a little bit over a month away, and we're going to have a baby boy. So I say that to say this: the art of the imagination. It works, and you have to believe it, and you can do it to create the life that you want. Okay, more to come. I gotta go because I gotta go get some food out the that's being cooked. I gotta go get it and devour it. And look, if you got any more questions, just leave me a comment below this video. I'd love to hear your feedback. And if you haven't done so already, click the link below the video, put your email address in, and watch this video on these guys and how they're going to change your life. I mean, this is really crazy. Great personal development stuff, great products. And like I said, you know, whatever, it's 25 bucks. If that's going to blow your socks off, then whatever, you know, just watch me make a bunch of money. But for those who are serious, who want to learn how to make some money, click your, don't forget to leave me some feedback below this video. Okay. And if you're seeing this on YouTube, give me a thumbs up, but on the link below this video, click it and put your email address in and make sure you leave me a comment. Give me a thumbs up if you're seeing this on YouTube. I'll see you in the next video. I really have to go because I'm hungry and got more things I got to go do. Okay. So anyway, Clinton Douglas here. Thank you so much for your time, man. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.